One of the things I hear from a lot of my clients around the country, especially with inventory levels being what they are, is, Kevin, how do I run a Facebook ad to generate real estate buyer leads when I don't have a listing? In today's video, I'm going to show you the solution. I'm going to show you how to generate buyer leads on Facebook as well as seller leads with this one very simple ad. Take a look. Hey everyone, Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We're so glad you're here. What we're all about is helping real estate agents just like you generate more leads, set more appointments, and close more transactions. So if that's what you're after, leads, appointments, and transactions, this is the place to be. Please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you here as part of our community. In today's video, I'm going to be getting into how to generate buyer leads with this one very special type of ad. But before I get into the details of that, just one quick note, down in the description below, you'll find a link to our free 2-hour Facebook Masters class. It is 2 hours chock full of information that shows you our best practices of what we're doing to generate leads, set appointments, and close deals. So make sure you go check that out, totally free, and it's definitely time well spent. So like I said, in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to generate buyer leads. I'm going to do a tutorial and show you how to set up a Facebook ad to generate real estate buyer leads, especially when you don't have a listing of your own. So with that being said, what it boils down to is we're going to be marketing a list of homes rather than one particular home. And the benefit of that is by marketing a list, not only will the list, in most cases, auto-update so that as new homes are coming on the market and other homes are going under contract, it'll stay updated so you can market something like this for a longer period of time. And number two, where we're marketing a list of homes, you don't have to get permission. Doesn't have to be your listing. We can just market. And we're basically doing a search and giving people the results of that search. So with that being said, let me go ahead and share my screen and we will jump right into this. So whether you go to your website, whether you go to, like I'm here on realtor.com, or whether you want to go to Zillow or whatever, we're just going to be going to a real estate website where we can do a search to get a list of particular homes. Now, I've got Alabama in here. That's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it that way. So right now I've done a search for Alabama. The key here, whether you're using realtor.com or using your own website, the key is we have to make sure that the URL here is being updated with information based on the search criteria, meaning that it's not just realtor.com and that's it, right? We're not just sending them to the homepage. We want to send people to the actual search results of what it is that we're marketing. Now, when we market a list of homes, the ideal situation is to market a list of homes that have things in common. So like first-time buyer homes, or homes with a basement apartment, homes with a pool. In the example I'm going to do, it'll be homes that have a home office. You want to make sure that the list of homes has something in common, because that's ultimately what we're going to be marketing to people. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a list of up to 500,000, and I'm going to go to the more filters. And like I said, in my case, I'm going to be marketing a list of homes that have a den or an office. Now, you'll notice there's tons of search results. This is statewide, up to 500,000. Obviously, there's lots of homes that fit that description, but you could be way more particular and narrow it down to whatever size you want. Again, just for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to keep it here. But again, the key here, you'll notice that it says realtor.com/ blah, 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 search, Alabama, price, up to 500,000, features, DO, which is den or office. So because the URL has changed, this is the URL that I could send to anybody, and it would take them exactly to this spot that has all of the homes that I'm talking about. So that's the first key. Now, once I've got the list, the next key is I want to prepare the actual image that I'm going to use for the ad on Facebook. Now, normally what I would do is I would take a variety of pictures. I would just grab a picture of some of the exterior of these homes. So it's pretty simple to do. All you're going to do is pull it up. You would just go right click, save image as, and you could just call it home one or whatever, right? So now I've got that image that I've saved. And the reason that I like using actual images of homes that were homes on the list is because if I use like stock photos, just like generic photos, sometimes people see a picture of a home in the image and they're like, oh, I'm really interested in that one. But if it was a generic one, when they go to the list and it's not there, they kind of feel like they got duped, like it was, bait and switch. So that's why I like to use homes that were actually on the list. And again, my recommendation is just to kind of take a variety of different homes. Now, once you've got that done, we're going to create the image. So Canva, canva.com. You've probably seen this in a lot of the tutorials that I do. It's one of my favorite graphic editing tools. So I'm just going to come up here to create a design. And since real estate photos, especially of exteriors, they're normally horizontal, I want to pick a format that's going to be more horizontal in nature. So I'm going to pick a Facebook ad format and see how the template that I'm working with, it's very horizontal. That's what I want. Now, I'm going to come to Elements. I'm going to go to Grids once it loads. There we go. Tables, frames, grids. So in grids, I'm looking for one that's basically going to divide it up into 4 equal segments. Not vertical, but kind of just split. I must have missed it and went too far. And of course, since it's a live tutorial, there it is. It's taking me a second to find it. So where it's just splitting it up into 4 equal pictures, 4 quarters. Now, once I've got that, you would come here and upload the photos that you had saved. Again, in the interest of time, I'm just going to pull in some photos of homes I've already got here. But you get the idea. I'm basically just going to, that one doesn't look very good for that format. That looks a little better. And then we'll pull in this one. So that one looks terrible too. There we go. That's better. So I would pull in the pictures of my listings. I normally put in the logo as well. So since I've got this one right here, let's just go ahead and use it. And so honestly, for my image for the Facebook ad, that's what I would do, is something very similar to that. Again, you can create this in just a couple of seconds as you watched me create that. Okay, now I'm going to come over to my ad account, and now it's time to create the ad. So this is going to be a lead generation ad. And what we are going to do, my normal naming convention is I would probably do like something like LOH. That's my abbreviation for list of homes. So list of homes in Alabama, 500K office. So that tells me what my, and then lead gen. So that tells me what style of ad I'm running. I'm doing the lead gen ad, list of homes in Alabama up to 500,000 with an office. That basically tells me what this list is. Now you do need to have mark special ad category for housing. This is a real estate ad, otherwise you're going to get rejected. I don't need to change any of those other settings. So now I'm going to go to the ad set. Perfect. Now that I'm on the ad set, it's going to pick whatever Facebook page you want. You're going to put in your budget. Just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to put 10 bucks a day. Again, something like this, because it's based on a list, you could run this for longer. So maybe you want to run this for like 2 weeks or something. So I'll run it for 2 weeks from today. And you can go ahead and put whatever end time you want. Otherwise, it'll just run perpetually. Now, for the targeting, for something like this, I would normally target like a city or a county or something like that. I don't know a ton about Alabama. I do know Birmingham, Alabama. So I'm just going to pick that for targeting. Now, if I pick a city, as you see, it's going to default to 15-mile radius around that. You can pick multiple cities. You can do whatever you want. But geography, just again, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to leave it there. Now, since I'm trying to generate potential buyer leads, what I'm kind of looking for is I'm looking for things that would relate to buyers. So where are buyers going? They would go to places like Zillow.com. They would go to places like Realtor.com. They may be interested, since this is targeted for people that have a home office, you could do something like small businesses, like a lot of those people work from home. Again, it's just thinking about how do I find the people that I'm looking for. So as far as targeting goes, you could do something like that. You'll notice over here I've got plenty of an audience size right here where we've got 240,000 people at a minimum that Facebook's estimating. That's plenty. For placements, I'm just going to use Facebook. Again, you can pick whatever placements you want. But for a lead generation ad, the targeting that I'm showing you is pretty typical for what I do. I really just like the news feed on Facebook. If I was doing Instagram, I would do the news feed there as well. But that's pretty much it. So that takes care of the ad set. And then here on the ad, this is where we're going to create the actual content for the ad. I'm going to create an ad. I'm going to change the media, and I'm going to upload that picture that I just created. So, where is it? Nope, that one. Perfect. So now we've got the image that we're using, and you can see the preview over here of what that image is going to look like. It looks great. For the primary text, this is where you would say, need a more dedicated office space in your home. I have put together a free list, list has one L, list of homes in the Alabama area. You could put in whatever, that have amazing offices where you can work without interruption. Apparently I spelled interruption wrong. Yep, 2 R's, there we go. Without interruption. Click on the button below to get immediate access to the list. Something like that. My headline would be my call to action. So it would be homes in Alabama with dedicated office. So I would use something like that. My call to action button would be learn more. It's just a little less intimidating. And so here you can see a preview of what that ad is going to look like. Again, you can put in whatever verbiage you want, but this would be pretty much what I would do. Now, just in case you've never created a form before, we're going to show you how to do that. I would name the list, again, list of homes, Alabama, 500K, office. Something like that tells me what this list is. I'm going to keep it on more volume. For the intro, I'm going to use the image from the ad as the background. And then for the headline, click below to see the list of homes with an office. It does make you put something in here, which I think is a little redundant for what we're doing. I normally just put some lines so that it kind of ends up looking like that. For the questions, again, you can put in whatever you want. I normally just put fill out the information below to see the list of homes, something like that. I like to have the name first and then the email, and then I'm going to add phone number. So it's going to pre-fill with their name, their email, and their phone number that's in their Facebook account, which again, more often than not, is correct. So that is the information I'm going to collect. Facebook then asks for the privacy. So here for the link text, I'm just going to put in privacy policy so that they can click on that and go to the privacy policy. Now it also asks for a link to the privacy policy. Here's just a nice little trick. Most of your websites that you're going to use, even if you're using this, you'll notice that they have a privacy policy. I'm just going to open that up in a new tab. And so if you are using realtor.com, you literally can just take that privacy policy, come over here, put that in as your link, and you are good. You can now have disclosed the privacy policy and where they can get the information on that. And completion, this is what they're going to see actually after they fill out the form. So you can leave it with thanks, you're all set. And then I normally just put something like you can click on the blue button below to see the list of homes with an office. I will follow up with you shortly to see how I can help with your home search. So something like that. Now we do want this button to drive people to a website, and then rather than just say view website, I'm just going to put see the list of homes. So they could just click on that to go see the list. And then the link is where that button is going to take them. This is why we did that search, is so that we can just plug that in. So I'm going to copy that link that has the search criteria in it. And that is the link that people are going to go to when they fill out the form. So that by the time they fill out the form, it's going to take them exactly to that website that has all the list and all the properties that we promised to send people to, and that will be done automatically. So again, that is how I do it. Right here, let me get rid of my camera real quick. Down here at the bottom, you would just hit that publish button to publish it and make it go live. This is not an active ad account, which is why Publish is grayed out. This is just one I use for testing and for demonstrations, but it's not a real ad account, so I can't submit it. But that is how you would go about setting up a Facebook campaign to generate buyer leads. Now, I also mentioned that this will generate seller leads. The way that that will happen is a lot of times, in order for people to buy a home, they have to sell their existing home. So depending on the kind of list that you're marketing, you very well could market a type of property, you know, for people who are moving up or upgrading or whatever, to where you know that the people who are interested in that, they already have a home that they need to sell. And so that's where a lot of my clients are getting their seller leads, is actually from their buyer leads. The kind of results that we would see here, typically an ad like this, depending on the style of list that you're marketing and you know what it is that you're offering, normally we'll generate leads around $3 to $5 per lead. Now that's a little bit more expensive than marketing a specific listing. I have found with doing that, where we generate leads from a specific listing, we're normally in the $1 to $2 per lead range, which sounds great. But again, it's one of those metrics that matters, but at the same time it doesn't, because it's more about conversion and follow up. And so if you are having leads that you're generating for $3 to $5 with something like this, and you're still having conversations with people, again, that's what matters more. So this is how my clients are generating buyer leads when they don't have listings of their own. It's just another way of being able to solve that problem, especially in today's real estate market, where especially in so many parts of the country, inventory levels are just super, super low. And again, it's just a way to take advantage of that. So that is how you can create real estate buyer leads on Facebook using Facebook ads when you don't have a listing of your own. So if that was helpful, take a split second, click that thumbs up button down below. We appreciate your support for that. That helps us tremendously, just lets more people know about our channel, and it's one of those signals to YouTube that people like what we're doing, so we appreciate that. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. Click the subscribe button down below. Next to it, there's a little bell notification. If you click that, you'll be notified every time we put out brand new content, and we're putting out content like this all the time. I will put up a couple videos right here that you can click on and watch. Just more tips, more strategies, ways to grow your business. Also, if you are interested in the services that we provide, where we do all of your marketing and lead follow-up for you, click the button down below, and there's information there where you can find out more about our services. With that, that is it. Make it a great week. Keep crushing it in your real estate business. As always, if we can help, let us know. Otherwise, we will see you on the next video. Take care.